Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. As you can see by the title, today I will be sharing with you 7 tips to survive dental school. For those who don't know, I am a registered dental hygienist and I graduated from dental school last fall. Right. So I also graduated with first class honors. So I would like to think I have a little experience and a little bit of knowledge as it comes to passing and surviving dental school. Before we get started, my prayers and well wishes go out to everyone at this time. I'm just asking you guys to stay as safe as possible. And if you don't have to go outside, stay inside. I know it's a bit hard because I have been doing it for like 2 weeks now. So yeah, just try your best to stay safe because I don't know. I don't know what to call this. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Tip number 1, practice. Practice, 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 practice. Guys, I cannot stress this enough. You need to practice. It is super important that you take time out to practice your clinical skills, guys. Your clinical skills, you need to practice it. It makes no sense, or let me not say that. You cannot study theory 100% of the time and not practice the clinical aspect. You understand? Because dental school is not only theory, it's also clinical. So you can go ahead and study the theory all you want and know the information like the back of your hand, but if you do not practice your clinical skills, you're going to fail, and that is that. For example, I remember the first semester of dental school, we were learning vital signs, how to take a patient's vital signs, your temperature, your respiration rate, your pulse rate, and your blood pressure. Guys, everyone around me was getting their blood pressure checked. I mean, my mother, my father, my cousin, my aunt, my friends. I kid you not, everyone around me that month was getting their blood pressure checked because I wanted to be perfect, basically. And this not only goes for your blood pressure, your instruments. Take time out. If you learn an instrument this week, you can go home and you use your teeth model or your typodont and you practice how to use the instrument, and soon after it will become muscle memory. So it is super important that you just take time out and practice the clinical aspect, whether it be your vital signs, your instrumentation, or even how you deal with patients. Guys, it is super important. Practice your clinical skills. And as I said, this is something that I utilized every step of the way throughout dental school. I practiced my instruments so much that it became muscle memory. And I started seeing patients, I didn't have to think about it too much. So practice, 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 practice. You will not regret it, I promise you. Tip number 2 that I utilized to survive dental school was not being afraid to ask for help. Guys, do not be afraid to ask for help. We're not perfect at all, and there will be times that we simply do not understand what's going on in class. No matter how many times lecturer went over it, or we read it in our books, we're reading it over and over and over, and it is not registering in our brains. That is, it's just not registering, guys. And it can be very intimidating, especially when you don't understand something and it seems as though your peers or your classmates do. But guys, you need to step up and say something to your lecturer if you don't understand something, because at the end of the day, your lecturer is being paid to lecture you. They're being paid, so utilize them. Guys, there were times when I was in my lecturer's phones, their emails, everything, because I did not understand something. I was walking down lecturers and instructors at dental school with my notes, with my phone, everything. I could ask them questions, and I was not ashamed of this because, again, they're being paid to teach you. Tip number 3, developing a study strategy that works for you and only you. It is super important, guys, that you identify your learning style and strategy from early on, way before dental school if you can. Because the dental school, it is very chaotic. I'm not going to hide and talk. super chaotic, it's super busy, like super stressful, and there will be times when you have tests Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. There were times when I had tests and assignments due back to back to back to back. So like during dental school, you have no time to be figuring out what your learning style is and what works for you and what doesn't work for you. That is not the time. So try your best to learn or to figure out your learning style and strategy from early on so you can balance during dental school and pass everything. You also need to remember that what works for your friends or your peers or your classmates won't necessarily work for you. I am a visual learner, so I like pictures, videos, graphs, diagrams, that sort of thing. So I capitalize on that. Just a little example, when we're doing pathology at school, I made flashcards. So on one side of the flashcard, I had a picture of the condition or the disease, and on the other side, I have a description with like the etiology and, you know, the cures and the description, everything you can think about on the other side, and that really helps me. So it's super important that you identify what your learning strategy is and you capitalize on that. So whether you are a auditory learner, a physical learner, whatever it is, guys, try your best to figure it out and, you know, work on it. Tip number 4, stop procrastinating. Okay, let me repeat it. Stop procrastinating. Guys, oh boy. Guys, I'm laughing because procrastination is something that I really struggle with. I mean, it's something that I do a lot. Trust me, I'm not perfect. I procrastinate a lot. I procrastinated yesterday. I was supposed to do something maybe. I'm pretty sure I did it the day before, and even right before filming this video, I procrastinated because, you know, I was supposed to be filming from 4 o'clock. I started filming at like 6. I'm not wearing my watch, but you get the point. But I got over it majority of the times, or I've tried to find a way to get over it. You really need to dedicate time to study and to do your assignments, and you just get work done in general, not only with dental school. But what really worked for me when I was still in school was to-do lists. So I would get up each day and I would make a to-do list for that day. So, you know, I would wake up and I would write down, hey, I need to complete this assignment, I need to revise my notes for this topic or study for this quiz that's coming up. And that really worked for me because I am I don't know how to put this. I'm an overachiever. I'm an overachiever. So I like to accomplish things. Like, I'm very competitive as well with myself. So I liked seeing at the end of the day that I had ticked off all of the things on my to-do list. And if I did not, I felt really bad. I'm not even going to lie, I felt like a failure. And I did not like that feeling. So to-do list, what is wrong with me today? To-do lists worked pretty well for me. I also think that procrastination significantly reduces the quality of work that you put out. So whether it be an assignment or a study, you know, you have an assignment and you wait last minute, so you don't have as much time, and basically you're not rushing to get it done. So it's not as good as how it could be. Or maybe you're studying and you wait till the last minute and you can't get to study everything thoroughly or go through everything because you waited last minute. So this now can negatively affect your grade, and you don't want that. You need to hold tight to your GPA and, you know, clutch your pearls. Yeah, hold on tight to your GPA, guys. Just try your best to put out, you know, top quality work. Tip number 5, go the extra mile. So basically, this is a very simple tip. So whenever I got notes or the PowerPoints from my lecturers, I did not limit myself to that information. So for example, let's use an example. you gave me, or I'm doing a lecture on apples. Apples. So, you know, we're doing a course on apples, and the lecturer gives me a PowerPoint on apples. I have a test on apples. So I do not, when I'm studying, I do not limit myself to only the PowerPoint that my lecturer gave me on apples. I will go ahead and I will do some extra research on apples. So I will check, you know, scientific articles on apples, and I will read textbooks on apples. I will go to my library and I will find more books on apples, and I will just try to take in as much information as I can about apples. And this really allowed me, let's stop talking about apples now. Me just reading like so much information about that topic, it really allowed me to understand it better and to remember everything that was going on, or the things about the topic. If you get what I'm trying to say. So all that repetition, I mean, reading the same things over and over, reading new things, it really stuck with me. And this was one of the major things that I utilized at dental school to stay on top of my game. It really helped me a lot because, yeah, I was able to recall everything about apples. Tip number 6, create a healthy life balance. Now guys, I'm not a robot. I'm maybe 98% sure that you're not a robot. So we need time for ourselves. We need time to rest, relax, have a little fun. We cannot work 24/7 and not have a break. It is not healthy. It is super important to just take time for yourself. Taking breaks or just taking time for yourself, it really does refresh you, and it also energizes you. Dental school is very chaotic. It is very, very chaotic. So at times you can get a little carried away and you can forget to take breaks, but you just have to be on top of it and manage your time, which we will be talking about in a second. But yeah, because when I didn't take breaks and I continued working for long periods of time, I really think it affected my quality of work that I was putting out. So I don't think the quality was as good as how it could be, because, you know, I'm so tired, and that again can negatively affect your grade, which you do not want. You don't want your GPA to drop. So no matter how much is on your plate, take a break. Just be mindful of that. Your mental, physical, spiritual, emotional health will thank you for it. Trust me. Tip number 7, and possibly the most important tip, guys, is managing your time wisely. Between your theory classes and your clinical classes, dental school, as I said earlier, it is very chaotic. It's very busy. So if you want to stay on top of your game, if you want to do well, you have to manage your time wisely. There is no question about that. An important part of time management is planning. And this will allow you to stay on top of your assignments, your tests, everything that you need to stay on top of. So I used a planner in dental school, and it was, guys, I cannot live without my planner. I actually have my dental school plan here to show you. You know, nothing too fancy. So this is September 2018, actually, this right here. So just a little example, I'm not sure if you guys can see what's going on with my crab toe handwriting. But for example, on Tuesdays, I had clinic. So here, each Tuesday, I would write down the name and the contact of the patient that I had coming in that Tuesday. And, you know, just, what else can I show? So here we go. I have a Principles of Nutrition assignment due on the 25th of September. And yeah, just write everything down. And, you know, it was something that I checked every single day and I updated every single day. So this was my lifeline. I could not live without my planner. If I lost my planner, God go with me, because it is my life. It was my entire school life. Everything was in here. But I definitely would recommend getting a planner of some sort. If you don't like to write things down, you can use your phone. I personally don't like to use my phone, so I get a planner. Managing your time wisely can allow you to feel relaxed, like you have, everything under control. Unlike when you procrastinate and you feel like the world is ending and you have 1,000,001 things to do and you're flustered and you want to cry, and we've all been there. So just definitely manage your time wisely. Time is a super important resource, and how you use this resource will determine how badly or how well you do in your studies. So guys, comment below and let me know what tips you guys use or what little strategies you guys implement in your daily schedule to do well in dental school. And also let me know if you have struggled with procrastination and other things like I have, because I can't be the only one. I cannot be the only one. But that is basically it for today's video. I think I covered everything. I think I did. I really appreciate that you watched until this point in the video. Before you go, again, you know what I'm going to say. I'm going to ask you to give this video a thumbs up. I'm going to also ask you to hit the subscribe button and the post notification bell, which I think is somewhere right here, and share this with your friends, your family, your mom, your dad, I don't know, man, your neighbor, everyone you know. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on Monday. Bye.